This video has been produced to tell you about the Royal Artillery Heritage Campaign for a new museum. It explains why we need it, where it will be, and how we're going to achieve it. Firstly, why are we doing this at all? In addition to property belonging to the individual regiments, we gunners have 5 great collections at Woolwich. Over 300 guns dating back to the time of Cressy in 1346 and spanning the whole period of time between, up to, and including the present day. There is a huge array of artifacts depicting the long history of the regiment. More than 30,000 books. The largest collection of guns in the world. 1 million documents, drawings, records, and other archived materials. The greatest single medal collection in the country, including 62 Victoria Crosses, and a magnificent collection of silver and paintings belonging to the mess, but nevertheless available for display. So what then is the problem? Well, the collections are presently stored in 4 separate locations, and this presents us with an access problem. Also, the current displays are difficult to understand. The sheer size of our collections has already outgrown existing accommodation. Storage of these precious possessions has long been of great concern. It is imperative that we remove them from the threat of rotting and decay. We can no longer assume that the Ministry of Defence will support us. Having already taken a 30% cut in funding, we will shortly have to close the present museum. It has therefore fallen to our generation to preserve our heritage. Unless we act now, we will be forced to box it all up and store it in some old damp rooms. The one option we no longer have is to do nothing. So, some 7 years ago, we set to work. A charitable company was formed, and we set up a distinguished board of directors. We commissioned a risk assessment and examined all possible sites. Competitions were held for architects, professional museum designers, and fundraisers. Meanwhile, our present curator and his staff are hard at work cataloguing and conserving all our existing artifacts. Second, we have a site. 7 acres in the old Royal Arsenal beside the Thames at Woolwich, with some splendid listed buildings in very good condition. One of these was the birthplace of the regiment in 1716. 2 years later, it became one of the first military academies in Europe. And it was also here that the Board of Ordnance met under Lord Wellington. It is likely to become the new museum library, or perhaps the Heritage Hall. These are the original chemical laboratories built in 1696. And this particular building will be the main museum, with shop, restaurant, and theatre. There is also another large building available for use as a workshop and conservation area. Communications in this area are good too. The main road from London passes our main gate. Woolwich Railway Station only 20 minutes from Charing Cross, is but 200 yards from the main entrance. We intend to make use of the Thames itself, and we plan to have our own jetty for that very purpose. The new Jubilee Underground line will surface only half a mile away, and the new East London River crossing will link us to the motorways of London. Well, we've established why we need it and where it will be. So, how are we going to achieve it? An independent risk assessment has shown that we will be successful, and that provided we design according to certain criteria, we will attract over 250,000 visitors per year. Possible links with the National Army Museum at Chelsea are being considered to secure our long-term future. We will also be part of a major development plan for the Thames Valley, and we will provide employment and prosperity for the local area. Her Majesty the Queen has been briefed in her capacity as our Captain General and has signified her approval. Nearly 400 distinguished gunners have pledged their support and have agreed to become founders. These include Sir Edward Heath, Douglas Hurd, Sir Dennis and Lady Thatcher, Lord Cowdray, Sir Harry Seacombe, Sir Robin Day, and Field Marshal Vincent. We are working to a flowchart designed to complete negotiations by the end of 1994, to have architectural design work and building surveys done by 1995, so that we can open by 1997 or 1998, provided we can raise the money. Almost £2 million has been raised from within the serving and retired regiment and the founders. This is a splendid start and highlights our dedication. We have qualified for a high rate of European funding, and we have the support of English Heritage, the Museums and Galleries Commission, and above all, the local authorities of Greenwich, with whom we work closely. We have obtained the services of Everard Compton, who have been fundraising successfully for some 37 years, and in 1991 raised £7 million for Winchester Cathedral. Together we have set up a comprehensive fundraising organization headed by Brigadier Paul Orchard-Lyle. We have 300 volunteers comprising 13 teams covering 13 constituencies worldwide. In 1945, the gunners of the Commonwealth numbered over 1,000 regiments. There were over 750,000 men wearing the same great cap badge and looking to the Queen as their Captain General. In the army, 1 man in 4 was a gunner. The gunners have played their part in the defense of freedom the world over. Many countries owe their present status to artillerymen. In both World Wars, Korea, Malaya and Singapore, Borneo and Brunei, Cyprus, Kenya, Kuwait in 1961 and in 1991, Oman, and the other Gulf states, to name but a few. We will be depicting these campaigns in our displays, and we hope you too will recognize some value in supporting this project. Over the years, most of British industry has made something for the gunners, whether it be guns, missiles, radios, ammunition, vehicles or clothing. We hope that these companies will see advantage in showing off their products to 250,000 visitors per year and will wish to use the museum for social and business gatherings. What we have in mind is the greatest permanent exhibition of guns in the world. It is our aim to tell the social history of the times and the people who served these guns with such gallantry. A place of study for historians and students, which will also match the national curriculum. We aim to relate the story of the science and art of gunnery. All will use the most modern technology available to enable visitors to take part. But above all, it will have great dignity and will provide a worthy memorial to all those who have given their lives to their country and to the regiment. We need to raise another £8 million to reach our target of 10 million. And we don't want it to drag on and on. We are confident that our fundraising organization can raise the balance in 1994. Whether approached by fundraisers or not, can I please ask you to help? First, by donating as much as you can, spread over 5 years, if it helps. And second, by spreading the news and encouraging others, especially gunners, to help too. We are confident that our meticulous planning will succeed, but we're going to need all the help we can get. We need your support. Here are the details. The campaign office is on the front parade at Woolwich. Do please visit at any time. The address is Royal Artillery Heritage Campaign, Royal Artillery Museums Limited, Royal Artillery Barracks Woolwich, London, SE 184BH. The telephone number is 081 317 9971, or you can fax us at any time on 081 781 3324. Thank you for your support.